But I have a husband. Wow! Super relaxed, super excited. Gusto ko lang kasi alam ko na lilipas lang ng mabilis yung araw. So, wala. Gusto ko lang i-feel every moment. Gusto ko i-enjoy kasi intimate siya, tapos kilala ko kayong lahat. Sarap ng feeling na kilala ko kayong lahat. Kinakausap ko din yung bunso kong kapatid kasi kami yung super close. In fact, tabi kami natulog kagabi. Sabi niya, nung time daw na kinikwento ko na nagpaplano na kami ng wedding, umiiyak daw siya kasi alam niya hindi na sila yung priority, parang gano'n. Pero ngayon, di niya alam kung iiyak. Ayan, yun siya! Hi, baby!
Ang dami naming experiences together and I just wanna say na lang, I hope na you are happy for a lifetime with Kuya Stephen. Yun lang.
Okay.
And I'm thankful na for this lockdown, wala lang. Mas lalo kitang... Oh, shit. Sorry. Mas lalo kitang nakabond and ayun. Sobrang... I love you.
You complain a lot about lockdowns. You experience lockdowns in a different way. All your plans, everything was destroyed by lockdown. And lockdown is telling you what? You lock yourself to each other.
Reg and Stephen, all the last-minute changes, the challenges of planning a wedding during this pandemic, and you both overcoming all of it, is a testimony of God's grace and love for the both of you.
Hi, Daddy! Okay ba? Yes!
How confident am I na si Stephen is the right man for Regine? Minsan kinausap niya ako, kaya na gusto daw niya mong ligawan si Regine. Madalang po yung ganun no? Lalo na ngayon, text-text lang. Wala nang paalam. So I was very glad that he opened up to me.
Hi, Claire! Nag-guess ko
When I met Regina, I was at my rock bottom. Tapos, she was at a very good place in her life. And when I got to know her, parang dun ko na nag-level up yung life ko in all aspects. Such that there are times na pantay kami, there are times na mas mataas ako in some aspects, then there are other times na mas mataas siya. And I guess that line is very important for me is because life will not always be equal. There will be times na I will go back to my rock bottom and maybe siya din na nasa rock bottom siya. So yun, and I guess that's what we need to remember.
So I will not be telling you something, oh, mag-asawa kayo, ang ganda ng buhay. No. I will never give you a false hope. I will be telling you something that you can hold on to. You're entering into trouble. Because once you live together, once you stay together 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 30 days a month, sasabihin mo, hindi ata itong nakikilala ko. You have a lot of things to discover. And I'm preparing you for that. I'm telling you, expect for the worst, but hope for the best.
My love, it's not a secret to everyone here that I did not like you at first. In fact, I hated you so much that on the night after I met you, my exact words back then were, "Oh my God, I'm never gonna be with this man." But did you know how I knew that it might be you? Because in the middle of you pursuing me, I just found myself reciting words of what could have been my vows for today. And so, these vows right here are 3 years in the making. Kagabi ko lang tinapos. Pero parang nakakita na ako sa notes ko na as early as 2018, may nakasulat na.
Regina, I take confidence in our relationship because from the very beginning, it was God appointed. We met at a retreat 4 years ago, and more than your beautiful face and your radiant smile, what caught my heart was your love for God. I felt God's love through you, and I was curious enough to know Him more because of the deep joy you have in your heart that came from loving Him. Our relationship journey was also my faith journey. And I can't wait to continue this journey with you as we become each other's life partner, together with God as the center of our relationship.
I remember fervently praying to the Lord to give me a man who will be brave enough to pursue me. And looking back, you were exactly that and more. Thank you for not giving up. Thank you for seeing that I am worth it. From then I knew, even if I really did not like you at first, that you were the answer to my prayers.
As you all know na, she is a very beautiful person. She is
First time
Teka lang! Teka lang! She is all these things to you and more, di ba? But before kakunin ni Stephen, I want to mean it this time. So you're a very beautiful person. Promise.
Tuwan-tuwa po kami, deep in our heart, tuwan-tuwa. Lalo po ako. Kasi,
Ay, papagalang.
yan, iyak na ako. Alam niyo naman po, parang sabi nga, magkadugtong ang bitukan namin ni Reds. Sabi ko, sana ito na yung, hindi yung, kung gano'n niya kamahal si Regine. Nakita mo naman Stephen, maraming nagmamahal kay Regine dahil isa siyang mabuting tao, isa siyang mabait na tao. At thankful din kami kay Lord na napalaki namin siya ng gano'n. Hindi lang siya, pati yung mga kapatid niya.
Choose to love each other every day. It's not only for the good days, but most especially on the worst days. Choose to love Him even when he's annoying, especially during tipsy nights, and choose to love her when she's becoming stubborn and moody.
We choose love, not just through those good times, but we choose love every day. But God, so love is so beautiful. It's really what makes this life worth living, right? And that's why na-struck ko kanina na we choose love it every day. You choose love every day, and that will make your marriage fruitful.
I've shot 100 of weddings and told 100 stories. And people ask me, what's the most memorable and what's my favorite? I always say that it's got to be the last one I did. But starting today, I pretty much know the answer. And the next ones after ours will only come second.
Stephen is intentional that kanina he declared in his vows, and it's something that really captured that God is the center of their marriage. Okay, it's all these things that he said. It doesn't go without being intentional. So you really have to be intentional about these things. You have to be intentional about pursuing God as a couple. You have to be intentional about making Him the center of your life, and that is something that parang I am now convinced that Stephen is the right man for my sister.
Patuloy kayong magmahalan, patuloy kayong mag-ibigan, ang pasensya. Kumbaga, kung meron kayong hindi naiintindihan, andito lang kami. Boses pa lang ni Regina, alam ko kung may problema na siya. Yeah, so,
Before you have to love Regina, no? Very much. Not so much because of you have to love, but you have to look more than that. No? Your family, no? You have to do things much more in an extraordinary way, you both, for the good of your family.
The greatest investment you'll ever decide on is who you're gonna marry. And I must say, I invested well. I'm confident that more than how beautiful everything will go on today, our marriage will be more beautiful. Not because of me, but because I have you and the Lord in this.
Know that I will always do my best for us and our future family. I take confidence in soaring high, knowing that I can always lean back to you when I fall down. There will be times where loving each other is not 50-50 or 100-100. There are times where it will be 0-100, where we need to pick each other up. And starting today, I commit to always picking you up and be your support in everything that we will do.
When I realized how easy everything is with you, it's like the Lord only confirms to me that this is how I should be loved. And therefore, it's easier to trust in the Lord too.
I do not admit that we are perfect, nor I demand perfection from you, because perfection is only reserved for God alone. But I want to dedicate my lifetime to love God through you.
I vow that no matter how tough it gets, in front of the Lord, our family and friends who are here, that I will stick with you in this lifetime. I vow to be the best wife that I can be because you deserve it.
Did you come here to take Stephen, your present, for a lawful husband according to the rite of the Holy Mother, the Church?
Yes, I do.
Do you give yourself to her as your husband?
Yes, I do.
Do you accept him as your lawful husband?
Yes, I do.
Could we touch the sky? Oh, could we touch the sky? Oh, with the starry eyes. Oh, could we touch the sky? Oh, could we touch the sky? With your starry eyes. Oh, can we touch the sky? Oh, everybody's fast asleep. We don't need another reason for you and me believing. Everybody's fast asleep. We don't need another reason for you and me believing. Everybody's fast asleep. We don't need another reason for you and me believing.
As we say our I do's and start day one as a couple, let's continue to lead each other and promise to always love each other like how Jesus loves us. You are the greatest blessing in my life, and I will never take this for granted. I love you unconditionally, Maria Regina, Roques Vico.
You may have loved me first, but my love for you has only grown, and it just keeps on growing, and I cannot wait to love you so much more when we're married. My love, this is our story, and this is the best one I'll tell. I love you so much.